Donald Trump has been relentlessly targeting LA with his mass deportation, sending ICE and sending the military in because he hates LA, he hates California, and he wants to make a fascist spectacle of the entire thing. Now, that said, you've seen a lot of footage, but I don't know if you've seen anything as singularly grotesque and surreal as this. We're gonna put up this footage and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what's going on there. Because you have MacArthur Park here. So this is 2 miles west LA. It's literally, I don't know, maybe 5-6 miles from where I'm broadcasting right now. And what you're seeing is 90 members of the California National Guard, as well as an unknown number of an unknown, group of ICE officers. You don't get to know who they are that are doing this, sweeping across the field on foot. They've brought cavalry as well. That's a park. People go to play soccer there. They go to lay on a blanket and read a book. I think you might be able to take little swan boats out on that lake there. And oh no, now it's Baghdad. No, now it's Kurdistan. Now it's being invaded by the US military, and that's just a routine thing. I don't even think that was national news, that sort of thing. And it's only gonna get worse when you hear how much military equipment was used. Now, Mayor Bass was actually there for part of that. So she tweeted out the footage, said minutes before that there were more than 20 kids playing. The military goes in, they've got lethal arms there. God only knows what could end up happening. We've seen them trample people with those horses. So thank God no kids were killed during that. And so Mayor Bass goes to the park or whatever. She talks to some of the kids. An 8-year-old boy said that he was fearful of ICE. Now, to be fair, it isn't necessarily in reference to today's events. Kids all over America have lots of reasons to be fearful of ICE and have for a long time. But she says, what I saw in the park today looked like a city under siege, under armed occupation. The world needs to see the troop formation on horses walking through the park in search of what? In search of what? They're walking through the area where the children play. And take a look at what they sent there. It wasn't just dozens of soldiers and horses and guns and grenades and all that. So they sent 17 Humvees, 4 tactical vehicles, like they're trying to take down a drug militia in North Mexico or something. They sent ambulances, they sent armed soldiers. The Department of Homeland Security wouldn't say whether anyone had been arrested during this. I guess that's not even the point anymore. The terrorism is the point. Scaring the hell out of people in LA, I guess, is the point. You can waste all that manpower and all that money and not even come up with a single arrest and whatever. What's the difference? You got like $50 billion more coming from Donald Trump's recent budget. You can do that in cities around America every day of the year. You're never gonna run out of funding for that sort of thing. If you and your family actually need help in the wake of like a natural disaster or something, then you're probably doomed. But ICE is always going to have funding. And they said it wasn't a military operation. It just looked like one. I don't know what the distinction between those two things is supposed to be. When you bring enough soldiers to take over and occupy a town, I don't know what the difference between that and a military operation is. I know that if you were a family that was going to MacArthur Park to have a picnic and all of a sudden you're facing down like a dozen guys with rifles on horseback, it probably feels pretty goddamn military to you at that point. And again, I don't even know if that was national news. And this could happen to your city next, particularly if you live in a city that's known for being democratic, or if you live in a blue state. Donald Trump this is just punitive. He's just trying to terrorize and hurt communities that he hates. And so maybe right now you just look at this footage and you're like, oh, it's LA. I've never even been there. But it could be coming a whole lot closer, a lot very soon.